Hey, and we're back. Woo! Sorry for that unusually long break. I was trying to convince Teddy that Puritan names were horrible to give to children because some of them were horrible.
These people.
Now, granted, some Puritan names are just fine. Hope, Charity, Chastity, Trinity, like, Faith, Joy, Love, Beloved. Prudence always sounds unhappy to me, but Faith.
It does. But
Charity, Mercy, Grace. You have those lovely ones. And then you have names like Be Thou Faithful was a Puritan name.
Die well.
Praise God. Fight the good fight of faith. And on the Puritan roster, we know that there is at least one man whose name was Praise God, who named his son, If Thou Hadst...
If
Christ had not saved thee, thou hadst been damned.
Had not died for thee.
Yeah. If Christ had not died for thee, thou hadst been damned. That was his name. It is hyphenated. The whole damn sentence. Because if they weren't picking a virtue out of the Bible, they were picking the whole damn phrase out of the Bible and sticking it to your face. So
I feel sorry for that kid.
Remember.
Although he did rename himself Nicholas.
He did rename him. Yeah. He abandoned his people and named himself Nicholas because I'm pretty sure if someone said, if Christ had not died for thee, thou hadst been damned, one more time, he was going to probably die for release.
Imagine if he left his church because he married someone and he went to a different church where they didn't know his name and they read that phrase out of the Bible just by chance. He would stand up and say, "What?"
Yeah, that's the thing. Not naming my baby Five Fornications. I think you know what you want your child to do when you straight up just name your child Abstinence.
You're gonna read it back. And press it on them, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be something else.
Meh.
Well, it's kind of like being raised in an overbearing religious home and then you, break away and find something new.
I don't know. I think sometimes your name meaning, though, does... Hawaiians believe that the thing you name your children is, the very first blessing you speak on their life and that the gods will honor it, whatever you name them. Right? Yeah.
Humiliation.
Yeah. Which is why, I feel like this applies to me. My given name is Mariah, right? Which means sea of bitterness. Am I not a bitter-ass fuck person? I am.
Yes, you are, actually. You want to know what my name means?
What does it mean?
Teddy is actually a shortened version of Theodora. That's not actually my given name.
Yeah.
But you can't find Teddy in a name book.
No, because it's a diminutive of Theodora.
It is. Theodora means gift from God. And means meadow. So I'm literally a gift from God in a meadow.
Or the meadow gifted by God.
Or the meadow gifted by God, however you want to read it. My little brother, my baby brother's name is Ted.
Mm-hmm.
His given name is Theodore.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a gift from God. Can you imagine the arrogance this boy has by the age of 16?
Probably a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well,
He is horrible.
My mom... We're not going to get into my mom's name. I'm not going to talk about my mom on air. But, no, but I find it really interesting.
We're going to talk about that before I leave.
That my brother, my little brother Jacob, right? Jacob means trickster. That kid can play a joke like nobody's business. He is the funniest little shit. right? Actually, most Jacobs I've met are. They're either funny as hell or they're shady as fuck. That's pretty much what the name Jacob means.
And then there's Cameron.
Right? What's Cameron mean?
Crooked.
Interesting.
Remember? You're the one that looked it up.
I don't remember looking it up.
Oh, yeah. You're the one that told him.
I don't remember looking it up. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'll have to look it up again.
Oh, no, I think it means, like, crooked nose or something like that.
Yeah, it means crooked nose.
Yeah.
His nose is actually straight, but, I mean, it worked for the purposes of our conversation that you just said crooked.
Yeah. But, what else was I going to say? Oh, but no, my whole life, though, I've been called Nani, because I'm Hawaiian, and I've always been called Nani. And, my middle name...
What does Nani mean?
I'm getting into that, because actually, my entire name, if you run it together, the Hawaiian part, Nani Mahalani Kalili, right? Nani means beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like a commentary, because when you name somebody in Hawaiian, you name it so that when you read that name together, it's like telling a story.
Yeah.
Mahalani means, Lani means gift of heaven, right? Or from heaven. Maha, that beginning part, is talking about the moonlight, right? So it literally means heavenly moonlight, right? Kalili is a very specific kind of flower that is like mid-growth, right? Galloway actually means foreigner, right? My last name's Hackney, it's Kalili Galloway, means foreigner. And, but I was talking to my grandmother, and she was telling me that if you read
best person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
She gets good grades, her relationships go well, because she is actually trying to be that person, you know? But this last break in our friendship, she got arrested and has a felony charge.
Mm-hmm.
But she has decided that I have tried to change her in some way. She asks for my advice. I give my advice. If she doesn't follow it, fine. But if she does follow it, good. So much the better. I don't want to change her. I like her the way she is.
Mm-hmm.
You can live on the edge without having a felony charge on your record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want her to live her life the way she wants, but I want her to do it in a way that's not going to destroy her future.
Yeah.
But she's decided that because I've tried to push her into being a better person, that I'm trying to change her, and she's just going to rebel more, and it's like, fine. I'm done giving advice, and I am not going to have friends who act this way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the time or mental capacity to be able to worry about you all of the time.
Yeah. But,
So.
I was going to say something else about names, and I
have no idea.
I don't know. But no, names are pretty damn important, like, culturally.
I don't know why.
I've never named my child Nova.
Why?
The reason why is because when I hear the name Nova, mind you, this is a multilingual reason why I would never do this, but, you ever hear of the Cristo Nova? Right?
The car?
It was a car, right?
Yeah, that's why I like the name.
In English, they named it the Nova, like, after, like, Nova, as in the star thing, right?
The supernova.
When they tried to sell it, though, in Mexico, it failed miserably, because Nova in Spanish means it doesn't go. It doesn't function. Nova.
It's a clunker.
Right, yeah. And,
no engine, I think is what it means.
No, it literally means it doesn't go.
Oh.
No as in doesn't, and then va means to go.
No,
so
va.
It literally translates to it doesn't run, it doesn't function, it doesn't go.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like in my mind, for me personally, like other people can name their children Nova after star constellations, whatever, right? And I'm like, good, how that be, right? I could never in good conscience name my own child Nova, though, because my mind immediately goes back to the Chrysler Nova story, and I feel like I am damning them not to be able to function at life. Because of my own personal things.
But whenever I talk about Nova, it's always the star.
Yeah.
The supernova star.
Although, I know
which doesn't really work out either because the supernova turns into a black hole.
Yeah, a supernova explodes and then takes everything down with it.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But I really like Lily.
Yeah. Lily's a nice name.
Cameron didn't like it. I don't remember what we agreed to name our children.
But, me and Maddie have talked about a bunch of different things about naming our kids. And
we talked about it right before we fell asleep.
Most of our names are probably going to be solidly old school. Like Evangelina and Verity and, like, old-ass fuck names.
You guys should have been born in the Victorian era.
Yeah. We're aiming for some really Victorian names, but I like what they mean. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, Verity means truth or truthfulness. Right? Like, you have a spirit of truth about you. Right? Whereas Evangelina, right, means good news. You are my good news. Right? And, I really want my child to know that. Especially as I came into this world being not good news for anybody involved. I was oops, baby.
Oh.
That my mother had in high school. Right?
That was my oldest brother.
Yeah. I came into the world being not good news, and, like, when my first daughter comes into this planet, I am naming her Evangelina. It's a first name. And I want her to know that we fucking waited for you, and I am so happy you're here. Come into my family. Right? But, middle names, I'd really like to do something Hawaiian, because that's how we did all of ours. And I will probably give them all Hawaiian nicknames, even though that's not necessarily their given name. Mm-hmm. Because, that's something a lot of people in my family tend to do. But, yeah. There's a lot of different names we're doing, but I'm really heavy on the meanings, and the meanings need to all go together, and, I am probably going to name at least one girl Elizabeth after my sister, because her middle name's Elizabeth, and she's going to name one of her daughters Mahalani after me. So,
nice.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't an oops baby. I was the baby that was supposed to be a boy, but turned out to be a girl.
Oh, they were also thoroughly convinced I was a boy, and then, I came into this world technically female, but then I also turned out to be gender fluid, so the joke's still on you.
I'm not gender fluid, though. I'm just a girl.
Yeah. No, you're just
I'm a tomboy.
But
what's funny is that when I was little, it was me going out to play in the mud. Yeah. Even though my 5-year-old little brother, who's supposed to be eating mud, decided he didn't want to eat mud.
See, me and my brother Keanu, right? We used to go out, and we used to throw down in the dirt, make mud pies, dry them out, present them to Grandma. Grandma would coo and cuddle them and put them on the shelf and be like, oh, it's the best thing you've ever made me. My grandmother was a saint. Not my great-grandmother. My grandmother, right? Saint, right? Jacob, on the other hand, did not like being, case in point of how my little brother Jacob was, who's slightly older than Keanu, right? He goes to preschool one day, and they do finger painting, right? He dips his tiny finger in the red finger paint, pulls it out, and instead of fucking painting, starts screaming his head off, right? The teacher turns around, like practically has a panic attack because she thinks he somehow managed to injure himself, finds out it's finger paint. He does not stop crying until the finger paint is completely removed, and then he just goes back completely calm, right? Jacob would not finger paint because every time he got it on his hands, he did not like that he felt like his hands were dirty.
Wow.
And he cried.
I'm assuming his room is extremely clean.
Now that he's a teenager, actually, no, his room is always trashed.
Yeah, but he's hit puberty.
But he himself, however, is always clean. Right?
Yeah, my little brother used to take like 2 and 3 showers a day.
Yeah. Jacob is one of those weird kids, even now, right? Getting him into the shower is a long-ass ordeal of reminding him, you need to clean your body. Your body is important. Clean the damn thing. Once he's in the shower, though, because he feels like he has more important things to do than take a shower, right? Once he's in the shower, though, you are never getting this kid out. Ever. he will just inhabit the shower, and you'll be like, you gotta come out? Like, you've been in there for like a fucking hour.